Lights on Sunday night.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Washington going to send out their punter, Christian McCaffrey, deep for Carolina. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 27, Wilson. There's Trimble, the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Off the play fake. Reeves. Complete. Richardson has it. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. On 3rd and 2. Reeves. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Takes it to about the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Reeves. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun.
Going right back to Dodson.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good.
We're scoreless after 1.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football
as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Reeves. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reeves.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Richardson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Reeves.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And it's caught.
And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Now on first and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Looking to throw. Reeves. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have struck first in this NFC title game.
That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that. Right there, they get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 1st down, Reeves. Throw right side, caught by Winslow.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And there's There's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, Richardson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw on second down, Reeves. Caught, it's Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Reeves. They will find Winslow on the left side, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Looking to throw. Reeves.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Garrett Wilson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Peters. It's a pickup of 12 and that'll set up a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And here comes Westbrook.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Reeves. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw on second down. Reeves. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow.
On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 21 yards away. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, that caught by Trimble. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 45 on second down, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw again is Wilson. Throw outside. McCaffrey's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Throwing is Wilson. Shakes off the sag. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout called as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. To try again after the sack. Wilson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now Wilson. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This pass holding. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is their fullback.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Peters.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Peters.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Wilson.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
To throw on second down. Reeves. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first down. Reeves. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Richardson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reeves. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw on second down. Reeves. Throw right side. Taken in by Gibson. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Reeves. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 10 yards out. And the Commanders are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Wilson on first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Did they maybe throw it too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That is caught inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. Here's Richardson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. To throw on second down. Reeves. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On third down, Reeves over the middle and complete to Wilson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over first and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Heavy set out there on third and 1. Now it's Wilson. Again, it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on third and 1. Not the case. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From Commander's territory now, it's first and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now it's Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run again with Richardson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 16. 1:44 to go. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
And that's complete to Davis.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, it's complete. He dials up Davis once more.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.
Celebration time in D.C., Washington, the NFC champs, as we say thank you for watching and good night.